Hey, it's 4:20 p.m. here at the Howling Moon Studios in Northern California. It is time for a Saturday stream. And I don't know about you, but I'm still totally fired up about the fact that Summer of Soul won the Oscar for Best Documentary. And it's such a cool thing because Lester Chambers, our singer in Moonalice, is featured in two songs in that movie. One at the beginning, where they sing Uptown to Harlem, and then at the very end, over the credits, that's Lester singing also. And I don't know if you've seen it, but we put out a little video of Lester talking about it. We're going to put out another one about what it was like to be there that day and what the set list was. And, you know, it's Questlove did something really amazing to bring that movie to life because, you know, they filmed it expecting to put a movie out at the time in 1969. And then, of course, Woodstock happened and just siphoned off all the energy. And so the Harlem Culture Festival film just went into somebody's basement for 50 years. And then, incredibly, Questlove found it and just with a group of other producers brought it to life. Now, we know one of them because one of them works with Network, Anuka Bakote, excuse me. And Anuka is helping us with some videos that we're doing, which is like incredibly special. But we are, I just think, indebted to Questlove, we as fans of music, for the opportunity to see Stevie Wonder at 19 and Moms Mabley and just all these other incredible artists and the Chambers Brothers right there. Very cool. Anyway, you know, I feel bad because obviously other things happened on the Academy Awards show that it sucked all the oxygen out again. And it's really too bad because there were some amazing films, I guess. And in my opinion, none more amazing than Summer of Soul. This came in as a request. Sunlight through a hotel window, marina swaying wide, gentle swells, harbor smells, afternoon and night, voices from the cafe tables, the soundtrack for their life. She dreamed he'd be a memory soon. He dreamed she'd be his wife. He said, I think you're lovely. He said, you always glow. He said, you thrill me like no other, and forevermore. He said, take my breath away. You're perfect. This I know. She turned to him and said, I'm glad you think so. Twilight turns to evening, evening turns to night. Heartbeat slows and traffic flows, artificial light. Voices from the cafe tables, the soundtrack for their life. In the dream she stood before him, this is what he said. He said, I think you're lovely. He said, you always glow. He said, you thrill me like no other, and forevermore. He said, you take my breath away. You're perfect, this I know. She turned to him and said, I'm glad you think so. He said, I'm glad you think that I'm as perfect as can be. I only wish I saw in you the things you see in me. With that she turned and left him, standing by the door. And as she disappeared, he cried an echo forevermore. He said, you know you're lovely, you know you always glow, you know you thrill me like no other, and forevermore. You know you take my breath away, you're perfect, this I know. And in his head she said, I'm glad you think so. In his head she said, I'm glad you think so. In his head she said, I'm glad you think so. Sending that out to Bakersfield and all parts south, east, north, and west. Just as long as I'm in this world, I am the light of this world. Just as long as I'm in this world, I am the light of this world. You don't believe in Jesus? With not one word he said. Come on down to Lazarus' grave, yes, watch him rise from the dead. Just as long as I'm in this world, I am the light of this world. Just as long as I'm in this world, I am the light of this world. I got fiery fingers, well, I've got fiery hands. When I get up to heaven above, I'm gonna join in that fiery band. Just as long as I'm in this world, I am the light of this world. Just as long as I'm in this world, I am the light of this world. I know I've got religion, I know I ain't ashamed, as the Holy Ghost is my witness, Lord. Yes, the angels done signed my name. Just as long as I'm in this world, I am the light of this world. Just as long as I'm in this world, I am the light of this world. Well, I can't walk on water, I can't walk on air. If I gotta walk up to kingdom come way, you know I'm gonna make it there. Just as long as I'm in this world, I am the light of this world. Just as long as I'm in this world, I am the light of this world. Just as long as I'm in this world, I am the light of this world. Just as long as I'm in this world, I am the light of this world. So this has been a big week for music. You know, last Sunday, Jason and Chloe and I played a live show as the Doobie Decibel Trio at Sweetwater. That was really something. I mean, you know, we hadn't played as DDS since the last live stream that we did together, which was like, I don't know, the beginning of the summer last year. And, you know, that was a long time. And it was just so great to get back to that material and to hear it. And, you know, it was really fun. And then Reed Genauer, he came and he joined us, which was hugely fun because, I mean, first of all, Reed's just an incredible songwriter and a great human being. And so... And he's our friend, right? I mean, I think Jason's known him forever, and we've known him a long time now. And so that was really fun. Then on Monday night, I went up to the Fillmore to see Inhaler, which is a very young Irish band. And it's a very young Irish band fronted by Eli Hewson. And that doesn't mean anything to you. I'm not surprised. But Eli is the son of Bono. And I have known him since he was 4 years old. And they have a #1 album in the UK. And so it was just incredible to see him play as the headliner at the Fillmore. And he was so good. He's now 22. And very special. And then tonight, I'm going to go and see our really good friends, Midnight North. They're playing at a new theater right down the road from where I live called The Guild. And very excited to see them. And so, lots going on. New man Bojangles and he danced for you. Worn-out shoe, silver hair, ragged shirt, and baggy pants. He did the old soft shoe, jumped so high. Yes, as he jumped so high, then he lightly touched down. I met him in a cell in New Orleans. I was down and out. Looked to me to be the eyes of age as he spoke right out. He talked of life, yes, as he talked of life. He laughed, slapped his leg a step. He said his name, Bojangles, and he danced a lick across the cell. He grabbed his pants for a better stance. Lord, how he jumped so high. He clicked his heels. He let go of life, yes, as he let go of life. Shook his clothes all around. Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, dance. Dance for those that miss shows and county fairs throughout the South. Spoke with tears of 15 years. Dog traveled about. His dog up and died. Dog up and died. After 20 years, he still grieved. He said, I dance now at every chance in honky-tonks for drinks and tips. Most of the time I spend behind these county bars, 'cause I drinks a bit. Shook his head, and as he shook his head, said, someone ask him please. Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, dance. Knew a man, Bojangles, and he danced for you. So, I don't know if you've heard, but Our dear friend Craig Marshall, who plays guitar and is the leader of the band Cubensis. And I mean, to say that they are our brothers is, it's an understatement. I mean, there's no band that we have spent more time hanging with over the years than Cubensis. And they have, I mean, it is the perfect band with the perfect audience. They're mostly in Southern California. And what they have going is amazing. And they let us be part of it. And it's really wonderful. Well, we just got the news that Craig Marshall he's got something wrong. It's a really big deal. And huge setback. I mean, he's known something was wrong. We've been looking. He's been looking. And we just found out kind of what it is. And it's not good. And it's like, this is the thing that makes the world we live in so difficult, right? I mean, we're all getting older. And so, even if somehow you manage to avoid all the other awful things in life, it's hard to avoid life itself. And that means the passage of time becomes an issue. So I want to send this next song out to Craig because, I mean, he's my brother. And I know many of you feel the same way I do because Cubensis, I mean, once you hang around with them, man, your life is better. That's just how it is. As we mowed down to Finario, as we rode out to Finario, well, our captain fell in love with a lady like a dove, and they called her by name Pretty Peggy. Will you marry me, sweet Peggy-o? Will you marry me, pretty Peggy-o? If you will marry me, all your cities I'll set free, and free all the ladies in the area. What would marry you, sweet William-o? I would marry you, sweet William-o. I would marry you, but your guineas are too few, and I fear my mama would be angry-o. What would your mama think, pretty Peggy-o? What would your mama think, pretty Peggy-o? What would your mama think if she heard my guineas clink and my soldiers all marching before you? Come stepping down the stair, pretty Peggy-o. If ever I return, pretty Peggy-o. If ever I return, all your cities I will burn, destroying all the ladies in the area. Come stepping down the stair, pretty Peggy-o. Come stepping down the stair, pretty Peggy-o. Come stepping down the stair, combing back your yellow hair, and bid farewell to sweet William-o. Sweet William, he is dead, pretty Peggy-o. Sweet William, he is dead. Pretty Peggy, oh, sweet William, he is dead. Died for a maid, and he's buried in the Louisiana country, oh. As we rode out to Fenario, we rode out to Fenario. Our captain fell in love, a lady like a dove. They called her by name Peggy, oh. Called her by name, Pretty Peggy, oh. They called her by name, Pretty Peggy, oh. We've been through some things together, with chunks of memory still to come. We found things to do in stormy weather. Long may you run. Long may you run. Long may you run. Although these changes have come, with the cold home shining in the sun, long may you run. Back in Blind River in 1962, when I last saw you alive, we missed that ship upon a long decline. Long may you run. Long may you run. Long may you run. Although these changes have come, with your chrome heart shining in the sun, long may you run. Maybe those Beach Boys have got you now, with those waves singing Caroline, Carolina, walking down that dusty ocean road, make it to the hometown. Long may you run, long may you run, although these changes have come, with your chrome heart shining in the sun. Long may you run, with your chrome heart shining in the sun. Long may you run. So, we are now coming into busy season. And I just made a few notations here of all the things we've got going on in the next 2 months. So next weekend, on Saturday, April 8th, I will be back with another Saturday stream. Actually, sorry, that'll be April 9th. That'll be April 9th. But we're going to pre-record it because on April 9th, we're driving to the Skull and Roses Festival in Ventura. And we'll be playing there on Sunday the 10th. And we really hope that you are somewhere near there and can go, because that's a show that it's a 3-day festival with so many of our favorite bands. Phil Lesh and Friends will be there. Hotel Burbridge will be there. Midnight North will be there. Cubensis will be there. Jerry's Middle Finger, lots of other people. And so we'll be there on the Sunday. We've got a nice long set. And we're expecting to stream that one. Then on April 12th, which is a Tuesday, we're going to stream the show that we played in February from Felton Music Hall. We've held that back because we want to use it to kind of get people ready for the shows at Great American Music Hall. Anyway, that's going to be really great. So on the 12th, we're going to do the Felton show because we just, we want people to know what we're up to. Then April 15th and 16th, we'll be up in Ukiah at the Grateful Easter Festival. And that's 2 shows, 2 sets, full band. We're very psyched for that. Then on April 19th, which is a Tuesday, we'll stream the Sweetwater show. And that's, April 19th is Bicycle Day, so that'll be fun. And I think both of those streams will be at 4:20 in the afternoon Pacific time. Then April 22nd, which is Friday, we'll have the return of our annual gathering of the tribe, the 420 show. It'll be on Friday, the 22nd of April at Great American Music Hall, and we are pulling out all the stops. What we're hoping you'll do is come, and we're hoping you'll buy tickets in advance and you'll bring everybody you know, because venues are hurting and bands are hurting, and if we're going to get a chance to play, people got to show. April 23rd, which is a Saturday, we'll be in Auburn, California at the Oddfellows Hall, and that day we'll be celebrating Lester's birthday and Dylan's birthday, and that'll be pretty damn cool. Then on April 30th, I will be back with another solo show. So basically I'll play on the 9th and then take 2 weeks off and then play on the 30th because of the other shows we're doing. On May 7th and 8th, Moonalice will be in Pacific Grove. Those are free shows. That is always a fantastic setting for us. It's a big, giant street fair. And this will be the first time we've played that with the full band, and so that'll be really fun. Then May 19th, we'll be going up to Seattle, and we'll be playing at Nectar. On May 20th, we'll be in Portland, playing at Get Down. On May 21st, we'll be in Eugene and play at Wow Hall. And then I believe May 29th, we'll be at Bottle Rock, that's a lot of shows coming up in the next 2 months. And so we hope we'll see a lot of you. Obviously, if you're on the West Coast, it'll be a lot easier, but, we'll be south, we'll be north, and we'll be all around here. Wait, if you have a plan to motor west, take the highway, that's the highway, that's the best. Get your kicks on Route 66. Well, it goes from Chicago to L.A. 2,000 miles all the way. Get your kicks on Route 66. Well, it goes from St. Louis down to Missouri, Oklahoma City, and it's oh so pretty. You'll see Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Winona, Kingman, Boston, San Bernardino. Well, if you wanna get this timely tip, won't you take that California trip? Get your kicks on Route 66. When it goes from St. Louis down to Missouri, Oklahoma City, and it's oh so pretty. You'll see Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Winona, Kingman, Boston, San Bernardino. Where do you want to take this kindly tip? Won't you take that California trip? Get your kicks on Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66. So, Ann pointed out something to me earlier today, that it was 50 years ago today that a great album was released. It was called Ace by Bob Weir. And Bob's celebrating it tonight in New York City, where I think they're going to play the whole album at Radio City Music Hall. Now, Barry is in Bob's band, and this is the first time Barry's ever played at Radio City Music Hall. Sorry, that's where the gig is, Radio City. And he's really fired up to play at Radio City. I mean, I can only imagine. You know, I've only seen two types of things in Radio City Music Hall. You know, the Grateful Dead back in 1980, and then the Christmas show. And, you know, between those two, I like the Grateful Dead a lot better. And I just think it's really cool that Bob's back there to commemorate the 50th anniversary of Ace, which truly is an incredible album. And if you think about it, that album came out right before they went to Europe for what became Europe 72. And well-timed. And again, it's called a Bob Weir album, but it, you know, the Dead's on the whole thing. Anyway, I want to sing this one for Ann. It's her favorite song off that album. I woke today, felt your side of bed. The covers were still warm while you've been laying. You were gone, gone, gone. My heart was filled with dread. You might not be sleeping here again. But it's alright, 'cause I love you. That's not gonna change. Run me wrong, make me hurt again and again. But I still sing your love song, written in the letters of your name. Brave the storm to come, for it surely looks like rain. Did you ever wake up to the sound? Street cats making love. Guess from their cries you were listening to a fight. Well, you know, no, hate's just the last thing they're thinking of. They're only trying to make it through the night. hold you. I don't want to tie you down. I fence you and the lines I might have drawn. It's just that I've gotten used to having you around. My landscape would be empty if you were gone. But that's alright, 'cause I love you. That's not gonna change. Run me round, make me hurt again and again. 'Cause I still sing in love songs written in the letters of your name. Brave the storm to come, for it surely looks like rain. Turning gray and it looks like rain, and it feels like rain. Want the rain. Turning gray and it looks like rain, and it feels like rain. Want the rain. Turning gray and it looks like rain. So happy anniversary to Ace, and happy every day to Ann. So I'm still so fired up about the extraordinary accomplishment of Otherworld and how amazing it is and how perfect it is for the times we live in. Gonna sit her in the kitchen, fix myself a bite to eat. Make my head a little high, make this whole day complete. We're gonna lay around the shanty, mama, and put a good buzz on. Well, pass it to me, baby, pass it to me slow. We'll take time out to smile a little before we let it go. We're gonna lay around the shanty, mama, put a good buzz on. Well, there ain't nothing to do, there's always room for more. Fill it, light it, shut up and close the door. We're gonna lay around the shanty, mama, and put a good buzz on. We're gonna sit around the kitchen, fix me something good to eat. Make myself a little high, make the whole day complete. We're gonna lay around the shanty, mama, and put a good buzz on every night and day. We're gonna lay around the shanty, mama, and put a good buzz on. So, we're still trying to put together an East Coast tour for September. And we caught some really bad luck in a sense, because we thought we had a place lined up in D.C. We were the second hold, and we were expecting it to clear. And then, incredibly, the band that was in front of us decided they were going to take the date. So I don't think we're going to get to play in D.C. when we go east, but we are going to get to play in Baltimore. Apparently, we're going back to the 8x10. And we're pretty excited about that, because you know, Barry grew up there. Timmy grew up there. I lived there 9 years, and I think we're going to be playing that run with Mookie. And Mookie's from there also. So it's like not going to Baltimore would have been a problem. So that's pretty cool. I think we're all very fired up about that. And this is a song about that. Well, it's told the farm to take my woman where she longed to be. We left our kin and all our friends back there in Tennessee. Bought those one-way tickets she had often begged me for. They took us to the streets of Baltimore. When her heart was filled with gladness when she saw those city lights, she said the prettiest place on earth was Baltimore at night. A man feels proud to give his woman what she's longing for, and I kinda like the streets of Baltimore. I got myself a factory job. I ran an old machine. I bought a little cottage in a neighborhood serene. And every night then I'd come home with every muscle sore. She'd drag me through the streets of Baltimore. Well, I did my best to bring her back to what she used to be. Then I soon learned she loved those bright lights more than she loved me. Well, I'm going back on that same train that brought me here before, while my baby walks the streets of Baltimore. While my baby walks the streets of Baltimore. All right, I want to send this one out to Rupert because he once said he kind of liked it. Well, I'm sailing off the reservation, leaving here on the tide. It may be rough like a roller coaster, but I'm tall enough to take the ride, yes indeed. Hurricanes in the morning, volcanoes in the afternoon. Wall Street scams run all day long, there'll be nothing left real soon. That's why I'm sailing off the reservation, leaving here on the tide. Maybe rough like a roller coaster, but I'm tall enough to take the ride, yes indeed. Money rules in Washington, crazies rule the news. We better change the rules real fast before the bad guys turn the screws. That's why I'm sailing off the reservation, leaving here on the tide. It may be rough like a roller coaster, but I'm tall enough to take the ride. Yes, indeed. Are you tall enough? Tall enough to take the ride? Are you high enough? High enough to take the ride with me? When it goes to hell, it goes that fast. To fix things will take time. So let's boldly go where none before have dared to draw the line. Are you tall enough? Tall enough to take the ride? Are you high enough? High enough to take the ride? Are you tall enough? Tall enough to take the ride? Are you high enough? High enough to take the ride with me? So I got a beautiful note this week from which means the world to me. And then I also heard from another person who said, again, they played last week's show, watched it with their mother, and that their mother's been, showing signs of well, I think dementia is probably the right word. Just, still recognizes everybody, still knows where she is, but has trouble remembering things, right? Short-term memory loss. But something happened watching the show, apparently, and it just gave her some real illumination. And I was like, wow. It's completely worth, doing stuff when you get that kind of feedback, right? It's just a incredibly beautiful thing. So anyway, I want to just thank you all for watching, because you just don't know who you might be affecting. And I'm doing my best, and I'm just trying to bring us all together and give us all, a positive vibe. Well, alright, well, I'm being foolish. Oh, well, alright, let people know about those dreams and wishes that you wish, and the night where lights are low. Well, alright, right, we can live and love with all our might. Well, alright, with a lifetime's love, we'll be alright. Well, alright, well, I'm going steady. Oh, well, alright, when people say that those foolish kids can't be ready for the love that comes our way. Well, alright, oh, we will live and love and with all might. Well, alright, well, a lifetime's love will be alright. Well, alright, I'm going steady. Well, alright, what people say that those foolish kids can't be ready for the love that comes our way. Well, alright, we will live and love with all our might. Well, alright, well, alright. Our lifetime's love will be alright. Well, alright, well, alright. We will live and love with all our might. Well, alright, well, alright. We will live and love will be alright. Buddy Holly. I got the key to the highway, built out and bound to go. I'm gonna leave here running, 'cause walking's most too slow. I'm going back to the border, where I'm better known. You know you haven't done nothing but drove a good man from home. Oh, when the moon peeks over the mountains, I'll be on my way. I'm gonna leave this old highway until the break of day. Well, give me one more kiss, mama, one before I go. 'Cause when I leave this town, I won't be back no more. I got the key to the highway, built out and bound to go. I'm gonna leave here running, 'cause walking's most too slow. I'm gonna leave here running, 'cause walking's most too slow. So one of the coolest things that happened this week, I don't know if you saw this, but Staten Island, New York, there are some Amazon distribution centers, and the people who work there voted to have a union. Now, Amazon has spent millions of dollars a year to prevent unions from forming in the United States, but for the first time, a vote went in favor of a union. A man named Christian Smalls is the organizer, and as far as I'm concerned, the man is a hero. I think that the people who work in physical jobs, the people who work in any kind of job where somebody else is calling the tune, have for the most part been on the short end of a stick for like 40 years, right? I mean, it's not just the minimum wage hasn't gone up. I mean, benefits have gotten a lot less. Healthcare has become much more precarious. And, you know, the work rules have just gotten, I mean, barbaric. And it's really time to have things, you know, kind of return to a more balanced approach. And I think every time you get a labor action like that, and every time that it succeeds, that's a really positive thing for the economy. I mean, to be clear, I mean, if you pay people a fair salary and give them reasonable benefits, things are going to cost a little bit more. But honestly, I think it's a great trade, because I think we'll be a lot more prosperous and a lot happier and a lot more secure, way less, you know, emotional stress than we're right now, because people are housing insecure, they're job insecure, they're healthcare insecure, and some people are food insecure. All those things add up, and I think it's just taken a lot out of a lot of people unnecessarily. And so I'm quite hopeful that that this is the beginning of something really cool. Because the one thing I know, the people at Amazon are really smart. If you told them they had to pay $30 an hour, if you told them they had to give, really great benefits and reasonable work rules, they'd still be successful. That's not what the issue is. This is really just a power play. Well, I've been out of work since the plant shut down. They shipped the jobs to China, left behind downtown, tumbleweed rolling through. It feels like we've all been screwed. Every day's a struggle, but we get by. They took everything we had, but we don't cry. We can't afford to drink, but we still get high, living the American dream. Politicians say in banks we trust, they gave them all the money that once belonged to us in the name of red, white, and blue. It feels like we've all been screwed. Every day's a struggle, but we get by. They took everything we had, but we don't cry. We can't afford to drink, but we still get high, living the American dream. I used to have insurance and a steady job, but a banker bought the business with intent to rob. He closed all the factories, shuttered every store. Thousands out of work makes his stock worth more. I used to have insurance and a steady job, but a banker bought the business with intent to rob. He closed all the factories, shuttered every store. Thousands out of work makes his stock worth more. Debt and unemployment, we got up the wazoo. Change we can't believe in, it's long overdue. It's past time to sing the blues. It feels like we've all been screwed. Every day's a struggle, but we get by. They took everything we had, but we don't cry. We can't afford to drink, but we still get high, living the American dream. Every day's a struggle, but we get by. They took everything we had, but we don't cry. We can't afford to drink, but we still get high, living the American dream. Living the American dream. Living the American dream. And I want to close it out here, sing another song for Ann, but also send it out to all of you. When I was young, I was all support. My luck was bad, and I could never score. Every day was strange, but then my fortunes changed. Fell in love like never before. Well, fell in love when you first walked through that door. And every day I love you more and more. More and more and more. More and more and more. Every day I love you more and more. 'Cause when I look at you, can't believe you're real. In every way, you are my ideal. Living in a dream, weed and wine and ice cream. You have to know how great you make me feel. I'm in love when you first walk through that door. And every day I love you more and more. More and more and more. More and more and more. Every day I love you more and more. I can't pretend to be cool. You can see through me like glass. My cards are facing up again. You always know what's up again. When I'm out of line, you're there to kick my ass. I was saying, darling, I fell in love when you first walked through that door. And every day I love you more and more. More and more and more. More and more and more. Every day I love you more and more. More and more and more. More and more and more. Every day I love you more and more. Thank you all for watching, and it's such a privilege to be able to play these shows, such a privilege to be able to share them. Thank you to Patrick, who does all the work. Let me just remind you of all the shows coming up. So next week I will be back. Then April 10th, Moonalice will be at Skull and Roses in Ventura, California. That's going to be amazing. Again, that runs the 8th, 9th, 10th of April. April 12th, Tuesday, we're going to do a live streaming 4:20 p.m. Pacific time of the Felton show from February 25th. We've never streamed that before, so it's a chance to see that. It's a really, really fun show. Then April 15th and 16th, Friday and Saturday, we'll be up in Ukiah for the Grateful Easter. Then April 19th, which is again a Tuesday, we'll do the stream of the Sweetwater show from February 26th. Again, that one is really something. I mean, that was really amazingly fun. Then on April 22nd, we'll be at Great American Music Hall. That will be our annual gathering of the tribe, and we hope you will come and join us for that, because it's always a special thing. I think this one's going to be particularly so. The following day, April 23rd, is Saturday night, we will be in Auburn, California at the Oddfellows Hall for Lester's birthday show. The Oddfellows Hall is a really fun venue. Auburn is such a great place. We just love being there. April 30th, I'll be back with another Saturday stream. Then May 7th and 8th, Pacific Grove, California. Those are afternoon shows, outdoors, they're free. May 19th, we'll be up in Seattle at Nectar. May 20th, we'll be in Portland, Oregon at the Get Down. May 21st, we'll be in Eugene, Oregon at Wow Hall. And then May 29th, we'll be in Napa at Bottle Rock. Happy 50th birthday to Ace. We're sending our love, I'm sending my love in particular to Craig Marshall, and well wishes and all the good stuff that we can possibly send him on behalf of all the tribe. I just want to send that out. And I hope Barry has a great time tonight in Radio City Music Hall. And I hope all of you stay healthy, and that everything comes your way. Anyway, love you all. Take care. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.